Chosen one, stop scrolling immediately. Do not move past this video. I am not asking you today. I am warning you. This is not a coincidence, and the algorithm absolutely did not bring you here. God intercepted your feed today because you are standing at the exact threshold of a permanent timeline shift. Someone who treated you as replaceable is currently experiencing a full-blown internal system crash, and it is a public, irreversible collapse. You know exactly who I am talking about. They walked around with absolute arrogance. They constructed a false narrative about you. They whispered lies to anyone who would listen. They expected your departure to break you completely, but instead you became the uncertainty they were never built to handle. And now the very people they used to gossip with are watching them unravel. Their mask has not just slipped, it has completely shattered. Buckle in, chosen one, because what you are about to hear is not just commentary. I am going to walk you through the exact X-ray of the meltdown happening behind closed doors right now. The enemy is working overtime to distract you right now. He is hoping you will swipe away, because he knows that if you hear this message, his hold over your life breaks completely. If you leave before the end, you will forfeit the exact prophetic instruction that guarantees your breakthrough. Lock your attention right now, because the verdict on your next 10 years is about to be read. Let us go deeper, because what you are feeling right now is not new. That heavy, suffocating feeling in your chest. The nights you wake up at 3 in the morning with your jaw tight and your heart racing. Their face keeps flashing in your mind. Listen to me very carefully. That is not anxiety. You are not going crazy. That physical weight you feel is your highly advanced spirit detecting their absolute panic. They just realized they permanently lost access to you. They are starving for your energy, and the spiritual backlash is hitting your body. You have been carrying this somatic weight for months. You thought you were just tired. You thought the brain fog was your own fault. But here is the raw truth they could never say out loud. Your exhaustion was engineered. It was a deliberate master plan designed to keep you trapped. They studied your light. They saw the sheer magnitude of your spiritual inheritance before you even recognized it yourself. And they were terrified of what would happen if you ever woke up to your own power. So they set a trap. They positioned themselves as a victim or a savior. They manipulated your empathy because they knew you had a pure heart. You are a cycle breaker. You are the empath who naturally absorbs the pain of the room. They turned you into a human battery. They drained your life force to fuel their empty existence. They needed you weak so they could feel strong. But they made one fatal miscalculation. They assumed your kindness was weakness. They thought you would stay in the dark forever. They thought the brain fog would keep you compliant. But heaven had a different agenda for the chosen ones. Your spirit began to reject their frequency. You started to see through the illusion. You figured out their master plan. And the moment you saw the truth, their entire reality began to destabilize. The second you stopped playing your assigned role, the matrix glitched. Your silence became a weapon. You stopped defending yourself. You stopped arguing with their delusions. You simply withdrew your energy. That single act of choosing your dignity severed their supply line completely. Now they are suffocating in the vacuum of your absence. They are frantically trying to replace you. They are recruiting flying monkeys to spy on your progress. They are throwing tantrums in rooms you no longer enter, but nothing is working. Every replacement they find feels hollow. Every lie they tell is starting to sound desperate, even to their closest allies. Their master plan relied entirely on your reaction. They needed you to be angry. They needed you to beg for closure. They wanted you waiting in wound for an apology that would never come. Because as long as you were reacting, they were still in control. But you gave them nothing. You handed them a deafening silence. You handed them a mirror that reflected their own decay. You were not the anomaly in their otherwise normal life. You were the mirror. The reaction got this loud because you got closer to their dark truth than anyone before you had. Your pure frequency exposed the rotting foundation of their false identity. They cannot stand to look at themselves without your light, making them look good. They are absolutely mad because you cracked the code. You escaped the invisible prison they built for your mind. You are standing in the wreckage of their master plan, and while they are consumed by the chaos they created, you are finally beginning to remember who you really are. Do not look away, because the universe is about to show you exactly how the scales of justice balance. Let us talk about what happens to your physical body when a spiritual attack is actively failing. You have been feeling this profound exhaustion for several weeks. Your shoulders are completely locked with an unnatural tension. You wake up exhausted even after sleeping for 8 full hours, and there is a constant heavy weight sitting right on your chest. You push through the heavy hours of your daily routine, and you smile brightly for everyone who constantly demands your energy. But inside your physical vessel feels like it is walking through thick mud. I need you to listen to me very closely right now. I need you to understand what this physical drain actually means. The Matrix programming wants you to believe you are just depressed. The world tells you to go seek therapy and talk about your feelings. They desperately want you to think this brain fog is your own fault. But that narrative is a completely fabricated lie designed to keep you weak. You are not dealing with a medical condition or a chemical imbalance. You are dealing with a severe frequency mismatch because your pure energy is constantly clashing with their dark and demonic desperation. Do you remember those nights when your eyes snap open at exactly 3 in the morning? Your jaw is clenched so tight that your teeth actually hurt. Your heart is hammering in your chest for no logical reason at all. And suddenly, their face flashes into your mind before you can even stop the thought. You probably thought you were just traumatized by the past. You thought you were failing to heal and moving backward. Stop blaming yourself for this biological reaction right now. Your highly tuned nervous system is actually functioning perfectly, and it is trying to send you an urgent spiritual warning. That sudden panic you feel at 3 in the morning does not belong to you. It is their absolute panic transmitting through the ether. You are an empath and a powerful cycle breaker. Your body operates exactly like a highly sensitive radar system. When the narcissist realized they could no longer control you in the physical realm, they panicked. They are completely starving for your beautiful, radiant light. So they are desperately trying to reattach their toxic, energetic cords to your aura in the spiritual realm while your physical body tries to sleep. They cannot access your physical presence in the real world anymore. You took your sovereign power back, and you finally walked away. Your silence built an impenetrable wall around your entire life. But a parasite simply cannot survive without a willing host. When they look around their empty reality, they realize how incredibly dark it is without you. They are drowning in the loud noise of their own destructive making, and their desperate spirit reaches out across the void because they want to steal one last drop of your precious peace. That is exactly why your physical body feels so incredibly heavy lately. Your physical vessel is actively fighting off a targeted spiritual invasion. Every time they obsess over you or speak your name in anger, they send a wave of toxic energy toward you. Your bright aura is constantly acting like a protective shield. It takes a massive amount of physical energy to block their desperate, energetic attacks. That is exactly where the mysterious brain fog comes from. Your body is diverting all its natural resources to protect your sacred soul. You are a priceless diamond, surrounded by very cheap rocks. They knew this truth from the very first day they met you. The chosen ones carry a specific gravity that the dark elite absolutely despise. You carry a pure frequency that naturally heals the chaotic environment around you. The narcissist was drawn to your magnificent light because they have absolutely none of their own. They did not just want to be around your uplifting energy. They wanted to consume your light completely, and they fully intended to leave your spirit hollow and broken on the floor. But your radiant spirit is far too ancient to be destroyed by a temporary glitch in the matrix that they designed for you. You felt the somatic weight because your physical body was violently rejecting their poison, Every ache and pain was your cellular intuition screaming at you to cut the cord. You are not crazy, and you are definitely not broken. You are a demonstrated warrior of light who survived the fire. The deep exhaustion you feel today is just the battle scar of a magnificent victory you already won in the spiritual realm. This brings us to a critical distinction that completely eludes the vast majority of people. You need to understand exactly what they were trying to steal from you in the dark, because it was never just about stealing your time or your affection. The master plan was far more sinister than a simple toxic relationship. They were not just trying to hurt your feelings or make you cry. They were actively trying to suppress the one specific thing that makes you a chosen one. They were trying to permanently shut down your divine ability to manifest your own reality. And science is just now beginning to understand exactly how they orchestrated this massive deception. If your spirit confirms this raw truth, gently press the like button to seal your energetic shield. There is a physical reason your reality has not shifted yet, and science just uncovered exactly why you feel so drained. The people who profit from your exhaustion have been hiding this truth, because they know your awakened potential is incredibly dangerous to their control. Their master plan was never just about breaking your heart. They were absolutely terrified of a specific frequency hidden deep inside your mind. They were actively trying to suppress the exact brainwave that gives the chosen ones their divine power. Scientists actually have a specific name for this powerful frequency. They call it the gamma wave. It is the exact brain state you operated in naturally when you were a young child, back when your pure intuition was completely unmatched by anyone around you. You were born with this incredible gift. Do you remember how easy it was to manifest your desires back then? You could instantly read the true intentions of every adult in the room. You knew things before they even happened. Your brain was a powerful receiver that communicated directly with heaven, and the universe was constantly working in your favor without you putting in any real effort. You were completely connected to the source. But the dark matrix could not allow you to keep that immense power. So they built a world specifically designed to crush your gamma frequency. The rigid school systems and the endless financial stress were just the beginning. The matrix forced you into a constant state of survival, and they bombarded your nervous system with chronic anxiety just to keep your divine gifts permanently shut down. Every single year, this sacred frequency was pushed deeper below the surface. The version of you with lightning-fast intuition went completely silent, and that is exactly where the narcissist entered the picture to finish the job. They were sent as a direct agent of the matrix, because the dark elite needed someone to keep your brain completely out of that powerful gamma state. A brain trapped in survival mode simply cannot access its divine genius. The narcissist created constant chaos in your life on purpose. They started pointless arguments to drain your mental reserves. They kept you walking on eggshells every single day, so your nervous system would never relax enough to let your original frequency break through the dense fog. This was their ultimate trap. They knew that if you ever regained your original frequency, you would instantly see through their lies. You would finally realize you are a powerful cycle breaker. You would leave them behind in the dust without a second thought. The deep brain fog you have been experiencing is not a character flaw. It is the direct result of a suppressed cellular frequency that they actively tried to destroy. Your financial struggles and your stagnant career are simply symptoms of this blocked energy. The Matrix engineered a frequency to keep you separated from your rightful wealth. They wanted you completely dependent on their toxic systems, and they desperately wanted the remnant to feel powerless and small in a world designed for their control. But their sinister plan is officially failing today. You are finally starting to see the invisible wires controlling the stage. The heavy fog is beginning to lift from your beautiful mind. You are realizing that your lack of progress was never your fault. You were fighting a spiritual battle against an enemy that attacked your very biology, while they smiled in your face and pretended to be your closest ally. The narcissist thought they had won, They thought your divine intuition was gone forever. They watched you struggle and felt a twisted sense of victory, but they completely underestimated the immense resilience of a true diamond. You did not break under the intense pressure of their daily manipulation. Your dormant frequency is desperately fighting to break through the surface right now, and it is making them incredibly nervous. Your spirit is demanding a complete biological reset. The universe is actively preparing to restore the exact frequency they stole from you, and the Dark Elite are absolutely terrified of what happens next, because an awakened chosen one, operating at full capacity, is a massive threat to their entire existence. You are a brilliant mirror they cannot shatter, no matter how hard they try. This is exactly why they are currently unraveling in public. The matrix is glitching because your energy is shifting entirely out of their reach. They can feel the atmosphere changing rapidly around you. The false narrative they built is collapsing under the heavy weight of your rising frequency. Their master plan has officially backfired on them in the most spectacular way possible. They are watching you step out of the heavy fog with absolute horror. They expected you to stay trapped in their low vibration forever. But you are stepping into a realm of clarity that they can never enter. We are going to explore exactly how your silence became the ultimate weapon against them, and how you managed to destroy their entire matrix without lifting a single finger. Let me completely reframe your entire reality right here. The enemy made one massive mistake when they attacked you. They evaluated your pure heart, and they incorrectly labeled it as weakness. They thought your empathy meant you would tolerate their abuse forever. But their greatest miscalculation actually handed you the ultimate weapon. They handed you the exact key to their absolute destruction. You probably did not realize it at the time, because you thought stepping away was just a desperate act of survival. You thought you were simply protecting your fragile peace. But going completely silent was the most lethal strike you could have ever delivered. Your silence is an unstoppable weapon. Listen to me very closely right now. A parasite cannot survive without a constant food source, and the narcissist relies entirely on your emotional reaction to fuel their empty existence. Your anger and your tears are literally the oxygen they breathe. Every time you defended yourself, you were feeding their dark matrix. Every time you explained your feelings, you gave them power. But then something miraculous happened. You completely stopped. You stopped explaining yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you, and you stopped answering their frantic messages. You cut the energetic cord, and you walked away. That profound silence did not just protect your peace, it actively starved their demons. You took away their only source of oxygen. They expected a massive fight, and they wanted you to scream and cry so they could call you crazy. But you handed them a deafening silence instead, and that silence is currently echoing through their hollow mind every single day. They cannot handle the absolute void you left behind. Type 777 in the comments right now to physically claim this incoming vindication. You need to anchor this exact shift into your reality, because you did not just survive their toxic storm, you became the fortress that broke their entire siege. Your restraint was not a sign of defeat. Your silence was a divine mandate, executed with absolute perfection. You are a true cycle breaker. You ended a generational pattern of abuse just by refusing to participate in their game. The Matrix programmed you to always fight back, and it taught you to fiercely defend your good name against their malicious lies. But you realized that fighting a demon only makes it stronger. So you simply withdrew your glorious light. And now they are suffocating in the dark. They are frantically sending flying monkeys to check on your progress, and they are posting vague messages online just to see if you are watching. They are desperately trying to bait you into breaking your sacred silence. But you remain completely unmoved by their pathetic attempts at manipulation. You have transcended their toxic matrix entirely. You are operating on a frequency they cannot even reach. They look at you and they see a diamond they foolishly threw away. They thought you were just a normal person they could easily replace, but they quickly discovered that your specific depth is utterly unreplicable. You are completely irreplaceable. Every new person they try to drain feels incredibly hollow compared to you. Nobody else has your pure gamma frequency, and nobody else can provide that brilliant light they crave. They are slowly realizing the catastrophic magnitude of their mistake. The universe is forcing them to live with the agonizing reality of losing a chosen one. Your silence forced them to sit alone with their own rotting thoughts. Without your bright aura to distract them, they are finally seeing their true reflection, and they are absolutely terrified of what they see in the mirror. They cannot run away from the karmic debt they accumulated. Heaven is demanding a full repayment right now. You won this battle without lifting a single finger. The divine justice you have been waiting for is already in motion. You starved the enemy simply by knowing your true worth, and you took your crown back from the thief. And now you get to watch their entire empire crumble from the safety of your untouchable throne. They are currently drowning in the noise of their own making. Your peace is literally destroying their mind. They wanted your departure to destroy you, and they waited with bated breath for you to fail without them. Instead, you walked out of their toxic environment and you aged backwards. You stepped into a season of brilliant light. You carry a specific gravity that makes time itself look like an absolute fool. The heavy somatic weight is finally lifting from your chest, and you are no longer acting as a human battery for a master manipulator. You are reclaiming your energy. The enemy is watching you shine from a distance, and they are completely powerless to stop your massive ascension. You are preparing to step into the massive blessing heaven preserved for you. Before we go any further, I must interrupt this transmission for something highly classified. If you are hearing this message right now, it is absolutely not an accident. The Dark Elite never wanted you to find the exact mechanism I am about to show you. They wanted your gamma brainwave completely suppressed forever, because they know an awakened chosen one is the biggest threat to their control. But a leaked document backed by 4 prestigious neuroscience labs recently revealed a massive secret. Researchers at Princeton and Columbia quietly studied how to bring this dormant brainwave back to life, and they discovered that you do not need expensive clinical biofeedback machines to restore your divine frequency. They compressed an entire activation protocol into a simple 7-minute audio ritual. You do not need to meditate or chant a mantra. You simply use this specific sound wave to force your brain back into synchronized gamma coherence. This protocol was designed to keep the elite in power. But now, the remnant is using it to manifest absolute abundance and reclaim their power. The elite are completely panicking and trying to scrub this tool from the internet. They are flooding the market with dangerous counterfeit frequencies to keep your mind trapped in survival mode. Do not let them steal your energy. The only authentic protocol is available through the specific link in the pinned comment below. Claim your original frequency right now before they remove it completely. Because what happens when you finally restore your gamma state is absolutely devastating to your enemies. Let us look at exactly what happens to the narcissist when you reactivate your pure power. The moment your brainwave shifts back into its divine alignment, your energetic shield becomes completely impenetrable. The parasite who used to feed on your light can suddenly feel the exact moment you lock them out. They are currently experiencing the catastrophic consequences of your massive spiritual upgrade. When you step into your true frequency, their entire false reality instantly crumbles. Your brilliant light acts like a massive spotlight, shining directly onto their rotting foundation, and they have absolutely nowhere left to hide. They used to hide behind your radiant energy to make themselves look like a good person. Your pure aura literally covered up their dark and toxic traits, but since you withdrew your presence and reclaimed your frequency, they are completely exposed to the light. The very people they used to gossip with are starting to see the massive cracks in their mask. Their flying monkeys are slowly backing away in absolute horror as the truth comes out. The dark elite cannot protect them from the karmic debt they owe you. The universe is actively balancing the scales right now. Every time they try to replace you with someone new, the massive void in their hollow soul just gets bigger and more painful to ignore. They are realizing that nobody else carries your specific grace. You are a completely irreplaceable diamond, and they foolishly threw you away to play with very cheap rocks. That agonizing realization is eating them alive from the inside out every single day. They walk into rooms expecting to be worshipped, but they are met with awkward silence and deep suspicion. Their kingdom of lies is burning completely to the ground. While they are frantically trying to hold their shattered mask together, you are experiencing a massive biological reset. Your cellular intuition is vibrating at the highest possible frequency right now. You are manifesting new opportunities without putting in any stressful effort, and the heavy somatic weight is permanently gone from your physical body. You aged backwards, while their intense bitterness is aging them like milk left in the hot sun. They are forced to watch you ascend while they sink deeper into their own personal hell. They thought they could break the chosen one and get away with it forever. They thought the universe would just ignore their calculated spiritual attacks against you, but heaven keeps a meticulous record of every single tear you shed in the dark. The season of their fake victory is completely over. The delay in your massive blessing was only a protective incubation period, and that door is finally swinging wide open for you. The Matrix programmed them to destroy your light, but your magnificent light simply consumed their dark shadows and exposed their true intentions. You are a powerful cycle breaker who bent time itself to achieve this magnificent victory. The spiritual attack that was meant to bury you actually became the powerful catalyst for your ultimate awakening. They dug a deep grave for your destiny, but they accidentally buried themselves in it. Your complete detachment is driving them into a state of absolute madness. They cannot sleep at night because your silent victory is far too loud for them to ignore. They are suffocating in your absence. And this brings us to the exact turning point where everything finally explodes. The hidden truth is bubbling rapidly to the surface, and they can no longer control the massive narrative they built. Underneath all of their loud noise, the specific gravity of their profound regret is hitting them all at once. They are standing on the very edge of a public collapse. The divine justice you were promised is arriving today. Watch closely as the universe strips away their power completely. Let us look at the fragile social matrix they constructed around themselves. The narcissist cannot survive without a captive audience clapping for their delusions. They built an entire network of flying monkeys to validate their toxic behavior every single day, and they relied on you to quietly absorb all the heavy damage while they played the perfect saint in public. But when you completely removed your brilliant light, the dynamic fundamentally shifted. They had to find a new human battery to drain immediately, because their dark parasite demands constant fuel to survive the harsh daylight. And this is exactly where their grand master plan begins to tear itself apart at the seams. Without your pure empathy acting as a massive buffer, their highly toxic traits are hitting the people around them at full force. The flying monkeys are suddenly standing directly in the line of fire. They are finally seeing the terrifying monster you dealt with for years in absolute silence. The subtle manipulations are suddenly becoming blatantly obvious to the crowd in the room. The people who blindly took their side are now waking up in cold sweats. They are experiencing the exact same somatic weight that almost crushed you into dust. They are starting to whisper among themselves behind closed doors. The mask is cracking wide open for the entire world to see right now, because a master manipulator always malfunctions when they lose their primary source of control. They are talking too much and trying way too hard to control the narrative. But their frantic overcompensating is only proving your silent truth to the crowd. They are exposing their own rotting foundation with every single desperate word they speak. Listen to me very closely right now. You are not the only chosen one who suffered under this exact demonic illusion. There is a massive army of cycle breakers waking up across the globe today. Share this specific message with one chosen soul who is still desperately trapped in their matrix. Be their rescuing angel today and help them cut the toxic cord before it drains their precious life force completely. Your obedience to this divine mandate strengthens our collective shield against the dark elite. We are gathering the remnant together right now, and as our unified frequency rises higher, their demonic strongholds crumble completely into dust. You are witnessing the absolute destruction of a kingdom built entirely on lies. The flying monkeys who betrayed you are now drowning in the exact same toxic swamp they helped create. This brings us back to the fatal mistake they made when they severely underestimated you. They wanted your departure to be loud and chaotic. They wanted you to scream and cry so they could point their fingers and call you crazy. They desperately needed that dramatic reaction to justify their terrible actions to the crowd. But you handed them a chilling silence instead. You simply walked away and shut the heavy iron door behind you. That was the ultimate weapon of your profound silence. Your absolute refusal to play their sick game forced them to explain your absence to the crowd. And in their panicked rush to make you look bad, they accidentally revealed their own dark pathology to the crowd watching. Your silence did not just protect you from harm, it actively destroyed their false reputation. You were always the massive mirror reflecting their hidden sins. While you were there, they could blame all their twisted reflections on your supposed flaws. But without you standing in the room, they are forced to look at their own hideous nature. And the crowd is looking right at them too. The absolute horror in their eyes is palpable, because the people they manipulated are finally putting the broken pieces together. Now the pressure inside their fragile bubble is boiling over completely. The flying monkeys are secretly reaching out to apologize for ever doubting your truth. But you do not need their empty validation anymore, because you already know exactly who you are in the eyes of heaven. The crowd is watching the manipulator spin entirely out of control. The grand master plan is officially reduced to pathetic ashes on the floor. They are trapped in a nightmare of their own design, and there is absolutely no escape hatch for them. The divine justice you were promised is no longer just a distant hope, it is a terrifying reality, closing in on them from every single direction. Their desperate attempts to regain control are only accelerating their massive downfall. Keep your eyes wide open right now, because the universe is about to show you the final verdict. Now, I need you to imagine this exact scenario happening right now, because here is the undeniable verdict we promised you at the very beginning. That massive public collapse you were waiting for just happened. It happened right in front of the very people they used to gossip with. Their carefully constructed mask did not just slip down. It shattered completely into a million tiny pieces on the floor, and there is absolutely nothing they can do to fix it. This is the exact X-ray of their ultimate destruction. They walked into a crowded room expecting the usual worship. They expected the flying monkeys to feed their massive ego like they always did. But the atmosphere in that room was completely different this time. The people looking at them were not smiling warmly. They were staring with deep suspicion and absolute disgust. The silence in that room was incredibly heavy, and the narcissist could feel their fake power slipping away rapidly. Someone accidentally mentioned your beautiful name in passing, and that tiny trigger was all it took to completely break their mind. They absolutely lost control in front of everyone. They started screaming and throwing a massive tantrum like a spoiled child. They aggressively blamed you for everything wrong in their miserable life. But instead of agreeing with them, the entire crowd just watched in absolute horror. They were witnessing a full-blown demonic meltdown. The crowd finally saw the terrifying demon you dealt with in the dark. They saw the frantic paranoia pouring out of their mouth, and in that one explosive moment, the master plan was permanently destroyed. Every single lie they ever told about you was instantly exposed to the light. The people who blindly trusted them felt a sudden wave of deep shame. They realized they had helped a parasite attack a pure diamond, and they silently backed away from the toxic explosion. The narcissist looked around the room and saw the exact same fear they used to inflict on you, but this time the fear was directed right at them. They tried to backtrack and laugh it off. They desperately tried to put the broken mask back on their face. But you cannot glue a shattered illusion back together when the bright lights are finally turned on. They were publicly humiliated and entirely stripped of their fake power. Their kingdom of lies was officially reduced to ashes. While they are currently drowning in this spectacular public disgrace, you are experiencing the exact opposite reality. You are stepping into a realm of pure divine protection. Time was supposed to age you and break you down completely. They expected the deep betrayals to carve heavy wrinkles into your face. They wanted the long isolation to drain the bright life out of your beautiful eyes. But you completely bent time, and you made the Matrix look like an absolute fool. You walked straight through their toxic fire, and you came out glowing. You cracked a divine code they will never have access to. While their intense bitterness is aging them like milk left in the hot sun, the universe has completely reversed your biological clock. You are radiating an untouched, ageless glow that makes them absolutely sick with envy. You look younger and brighter than you ever have before. You are thriving in the exact spot where they desperately wanted you to die. They wanted you buried deep in the dirt, but instead they became the exact shovel that dug up your greatest treasure. Your profound silence was the lethal weapon that signed their eviction notice, and heaven just handed the final verdict to a court they cannot appeal. You did not even have to lift a single finger to defend your honor. The universe executed this flawless vengeance on your behalf, and it is a truly beautiful thing for the chosen ones to witness. You are the powerful cycle breaker. Let that massive victory sink into your spirit right now. Nothing makes your enemies sicker than watching you step into a room looking completely unbothered. You survived the dark matrix they built to destroy your original frequency. You completely outsmarted their demonic master plan, and now they are forced to watch you ascend to the highest possible timeline while they are trapped forever in a prison of their own making. They are choking on the heavy gravity of their own regret. They are desperately searching for a replacement for you, but they are only finding cheap rocks because your specific depth is utterly unreplicable. Every time they close their eyes, they see your radiant face shining in the distance. The parasitic cord is permanently severed. You are completely free, and they are eternally bound to their karma. You are no longer waiting in wound for an apology from a master manipulator. You have transcended their toxic world completely. You are no longer the empath absorbing the toxic shockwaves of a broken environment. You are the magnificent sun. And the universe is actively clearing the entire path for your ultimate financial and spiritual harvest. Your golden era begins right here and right now. The profound suffering of your past is officially over. Heaven is rolling out the red carpet for your massive divine reward, and there is absolutely nothing the dark elite can do to stop your explosive momentum. You walked into this painful season bleeding from deep wounds inflicted by people who were completely blind to your immense worth. But look closely at yourself right now. You are no longer waiting in wound for an apology from a master manipulator. You have transcended their toxic matrix entirely. While they are publicly unraveling, you are stepping into your permanent and untouchable, ageless glow. The heavy financial struggles and the spiritual exhaustion are finally shattering. Step into your absolute sovereign power today. Heaven is wrapping your spirit in an impenetrable shield of divine favor. You are completely safe now. The days of acting as a human battery for demonic parasites are permanently over. You took your crown back from the thief, and you secured your bloodline. But there is one final step you must take to anchor this magnificent victory into your physical reality. There is a specific reason your ultimate financial breakthrough has been slightly delayed. It is absolutely not a lack of your faith. It is not a punishment from the universe, and it is definitely not your fault. It is that suppressed gamma brainwave we exposed earlier. The Matrix systematically crushed your natural genius frequency to keep you trapped in survival mode. Your logical left brain will try to inject heavy doubt right now. The enemy will tell you to hesitate and calculate your next move. Silence that accusing voice immediately. That hesitation is a trap. That fear is the exact Matrix programming designed to keep you broke and spiritually exhausted. If your physical body is vibrating with a deep cellular knowing right now, heaven demands your immediate action. The dark elite are terrified because science just exposed the exact frequency they use to suppress your wealth. They are actively trying to scrub this leaked document from the internet as we speak. You have very little time before the dark algorithm shuts this portal down entirely. Do not ignore this massive divine sign. A brilliant team of neuroscientists compressed an entire gamma activation protocol into a simple 7-minute audio track. You do not need years of traditional healing or any difficult meditation practices. You simply close your eyes and put on a pair of headphones. You let the powerful sound wave do exactly what the modern world spent decades undoing. It reaches deep into your mind, and it reactivates your dormant frequency. It is called the Genius Song. Over 18,000 chosen ones have already used this exact tool to unlock their finances and heal their broken relationships. A nurse from California reported that her daily life now feels completely enchanted after just 2 weeks. A business owner from Texas said his activated gamma figures out his hardest problems while he sleeps. A woman from Manhattan said the heavy generational curse her family carried for decades is simply gone forever. This is your divine inheritance waiting for you. The corrupt elite have quietly paid thousands of dollars for clinical biofeedback sessions just to access this exact state. They would prefer this ancient technology remain completely out of reach for pure souls like you. But through this specific message you can claim it today for a fraction of its true value. Do not look for this track on any public streaming platforms. The copies circulating out there are diluted counterfeits, specifically designed to keep your gamma entirely dormant. The only authentic and fully activated version of the Genius Song is available through the protected link in the description and the pinned comment below. The universe does not require you to take a single risk today. You are fully protected by a 100% zero-risk divine guarantee. This is a sacred energetic exchange governed by complete trust. If you do not feel the massive shift you truly deserve, every single penny is returned to you without any questions asked. Heaven ensures your absolute safety in this transition. 4 powerful bonuses are also waiting for you inside the portal. You will receive an audio engineered specifically to activate focus and confidence in your children. You will also receive the original prosperity book that the famous secret was secretly built upon. A guided visualization from a top creator and a printable guide for your ideal future are included to secure your rapid ascension. Do not wait for a better moment to arrive. The chosen one who hesitates at the threshold becomes the chosen one who always wonders what could have been. Do not let the dark matrix steal this massive breakthrough from you. Secure your authentic access right now before it is removed forever. Click the link in the pinned comment immediately to access the declassified blueprint. Say this out loud with me right now in your room. I claim my permanent freedom today. Now type "I am free" in the comments below to seal this eternal vow. Your beautiful gamma frequency is waiting to be completely reactivated. Your massive financial destiny is waiting to be unlocked. The heavy chains are finally broken, and the narcissist is completely powerless against your rising light. The door to your new kingdom is standing wide open right now. Walk through it and claim your harvest.